This is my makeup collection and storage video. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing you how I organize and store all of my makeup. I normally do a video like this when I reorganize my makeup collection after I declutter, but this year I decided to film all my declutters in like my makeup drawers, so I didn't really get to show you this. So I was like, you know what, this is a good video to do right now, I guess. So here we have my makeup vanity, and then I'll take you into the drawers. I do have to preface this video by saying that my big tripod that allows me to film inside my drawers broke down. The last time I filmed, I shot my stash, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of handheld action, which means that some of the video may be a little bit shaky, but I'll do the best I can. So what you're looking at here is the makeup vanity. This is where I sit down to do my makeup. I've got a big mirror, small mirror. My lipstick collection is in the tower over here, and then I keep brushes and eye pencils in here. And then here is the drawer which you see me film for my Shop My Stash. That's where I keep the makeup that I'm using every single day. And then right up top you see the eyeshadow palette that I'm currently testing out, so I always have that ready to go. And I have a little towel protecting the desk because the desk is white and makeup can make a mess, so that way I can easily wipe my hands or do whatever. And I've got kitchen roll. I used to buy like dedicated tissues, but kitchen roll is actually cheaper and I like it better for like taking off swatches and doing all that. And I just have some makeup wipes behind the mirror to help like when I film swatches and stuff. So this is my little setup where I do my makeup every single day. I'm going to take you a little bit closer up so you can see the organization a little bit better. So this is the best angle I can get on my little lipstick organizers. These are from Ikea, the ones in the drawers. The ones up top are from Primark, I believe. I got them very randomly, but those just hold my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. And then I have lip glosses in the top drawer. I have some overflow of like new in bits in that second drawer with some like lip oils and liquid lipsticks. Then I have my MAC lipsticks. I've got my high-end lipsticks in the drawer down there. Then I've got a Kiko drawer. Then I have the rest of my drugstore lipsticks plus lip liners. And I have all of my K-Beauty lip stains in the bottom too. And then I have right here in the bottom, I have a cubby where I keep all of my tinted lip balms. So that is sort of like the setup of things that I can reach for. And this is how I like to keep my lipstick collection organized. A lot of the labels are facing my way so that I can very easily know what I grab for. But I sort of have everything color organized so that I actually know what I grab for without even having to read a label. So lighting situation I've got going on here is a ring light and two LED lights. I used to have soft boxes, but those were really big and cumbersome and they were just really gathering a lot of dust. The ring light I've had for like 8 years or something like that, and then the two LED lights I got last year. They're really handy because they are rechargeable, so they do also work when they are charging. So even if one of them like runs out mid-filming session, I can very easily just plug them in and they'll work. So that's been really helpful, and they give beautiful lighting and they're just not as big as a softbox, so I like that. The mirror is Ikea, like both of the mirrors are Ikea that I have, and the little towel that you saw at the start, that towel was a gift years ago from someone in my family, so I don't know where you could get that. So now I'm moving you more so this way, and you can see I've got my little products here up top of my setting spray, my primer, my eyeshadow primer, and my lip balm. I just like to keep those up top so they're very easy to reach for. I very often also reach for my lip balm when I'm like running out the door, and sometimes I just have no time, and then I'm like, this way I can easily grab for it. And then the lipsticks I'm currently working on in my Shop My Stash to try and use them up this year are right there. So those aren't even in my drawers because they're so easy to reach for. I haven't been wearing a lot of my other lipsticks because I'm trying to use up the Glossier Pony lipstick and the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Muse lipsticks that I'm very, very close to running out on both of them. And then just have a little cubby with like spare lip balms in the back. I don't want like just regular lip balms that you can use at the nighttime, whatever. This is a little brush situation. They need to be cleaned. I'm very well aware. That's still on the list to do. And then I just have my favorite Lisa Eldridge lipsticks all in this little organizer. And then I have my, like all of my kohl pencils and like eyeshadow sticks are in here because I don't reach for these things if I stick them into a drawer. So they need to be right front and center so I can very easily grab for them if the urge strikes to use them, you could say. Same with my lipsticks. I used to keep them with my makeup collection inside my drawer organization that I have, but then I'm just not reaching for other things. So this way I have it nicely organized and I can reach for other things. And I'm not sure you can see, but right next to this, that's where I keep all of my spare brushes. So those are all like backups of brushes. Like if one of my brushes falls apart or if it's too dirty to use, I can go in there and use some of those things. This is a view that is very familiar to you if you've been with me for a while and you watch my Shop My Stashes. This drawer, like this desk, comes with 2 drawers. It's the Mickey dresser desk from Ikea. And in the other drawer, I just keep all of the like techie bits that I need, like extra, like my tripod lives in there that I'm currently filming with. My mics live in there, spare batteries, like a little cloth that I bought to have a nice background for filming and stuff. That's all in the other drawer. And then in the second drawer that I have really handy and close to me every single day is my everyday makeup drawer. It has a little bit of a like plastic in here to protect a drawer inside it, again, to prevent it from getting really dirty for the most part, because these organizers do slide around a little bit on this sort of like backing. It's supposed to help with things sliding around in your drawers, and I don't really find it helpful for that. But that's because these organizers that I keep my products in have a very smooth bottom, so they just kind of slide around anyways. This is sort of like the base products and cheek products that I use on a day-to-day basis. I rotate these out monthly to make sure I go back to old favorites, but also to try out new things, and that way I can keep you updated as well on how things work for me. So this sort of drawer system has been a go-to for me for years now, and that's why I'm saying, like, if you watch my Shop My Stash videos, that's why I was saying if you watch my Shop My Stash videos, you will be very familiar with this drawer setup. Again, these plastic containers are from an old Ikea line, and I've had those for more than a decade, so I'm not sure if they still do them, but this works really well for me. I sometimes stick them in a slightly different way, but this way I have everything that I need really close by. I've got my mascaras in one thing, my brow products in here, my paint pot in here, my little color switch sponge thing, my hairband for when my hair is down, and then some single shadows that I want to either use or that I want to have handy to go. Like if I don't have a good enough crease shade in a palette, I could just reach for this Catrice thing and it will be fine. Some MAC Fix Plus for when I want to wet brushes, and then I have my sharpeners in here. And in this drawer, I do keep scissors and a pen, because this is the room where I sort of like, if I send anything off or if I get any like products in, this is where I open up boxes and stuff. So that's why there's a pair of scissors and a pen in here, just to make that easier. Some tweezers, safety pins, that old thing. Another color switch thing right here in the corner, which I don't think you can really see. And some like cosmetic cotton buds. So these are really handy. One of them fell out, so I can show you, but they have a flat edge and a sharp edge. And they are really good for like cleaning up messes and doing all that. So I very often use those if I smudge my mascara. So yeah, that's sort of like my little desk area. This is what I see every single day, and then I keep most of my makeup in my drawers. So let me show you the situation up top. So this I have to film holding the tripod, so I hope it's not too shaky. But this is sort of what my makeup drawers look like up top. I have some plants up here just to keep it nice and cozy, a lamp, and then I have my little like organizers and boxes that I can use to either ship things out for giveaways or if I want to gift anything to friends and family. The empty container here to the left is where I keep my new in stuff. So that way I know like, okay, this is new. This is what I still need to take pictures of and what I need to show in a haul. These are empty palettes that I currently don't really have any storage for, so they've just been living up top. And then I have my Shop My Stash palettes right here in the back. So the ones in the black container are the new in palettes that I'm currently reviewing. And the ones in the little white container are the things that I'm currently trying to go back to, some older palettes. And I currently have some new in Kiko bits lying at the top because I want to film a full face makeup look with these things. And I was like, if I put them in the drawer already, I'm not sure if I'm going to remember exactly what I need to show people. So that's why those are currently living here, just to know that I need to film a video with that. I'm not entirely sure where all these organizers are from. I know this one is from Ikea. I think that black thing is from like Action or something like that. And that little white thing I think I got from Xenos like years ago. And in this fabric container, by the way, that's where I keep things for a giveaway or things that I know I want to declutter already. So for instance, if I buy loads of new Catrice stuff and I'm like, these things are not going to work for me. I'm not going to put them in my drawers per se, but I keep them separately. And then when I fill my declutter, I know that whatever I want to declutter already is in that little fabric container. So we're still doing this handheld style. So again, I do apologize for any shakiness or wobbliness, but this drawer is again something you're very familiar with, because this is the top drawer of my makeup collection where I keep foundation, highlighter, bronzer, blush, concealer, like anything that sort of goes onto your face lives in this drawer. And I like this overview. Again, all of the organizers in here are Ikea, and I have another one of those drawer protectors in here so I don't make any messes. Not that really helps, like that really happens any time, but that's just the way it goes. And then right here in the back, I'm not sure you can see right here, got some backup. So that's a backup setting spray and a backup like foundation thing. Foundations live over here. Concealers and setting sprays are over here. Then I have travel sized makeup, things that I like to use when I travel, down there. Powders, bronzers live here. This is highlighters, and everything else is blush. I like a good blush, what can I say? Now here's a drawer you don't get to see as much, and as you can see, this second drawer of my makeup collection has a mix of things. It's got all of my fragrances, and then I have all of my like eye related things. So single shadows are in here, mascaras, liquid liners, brow stuff, eyeshadow primers, mascara. That all lives in this drawer, and only about half of this is actual makeup, because here's my fragrance collection. I actually reorganized this the other day. Again, these things are from Ikea. I also keep some spare makeup bags in the back so that when I'm traveling, I can just easily grab for those. And then this is everything that I've got going on fragrance-wise. I will film a new fragrance collection sometime. I very often do save that for January. And I do want to show you some new fragrances that I got this year. I didn't buy a single fragrance for 2 years straight because I had so many things. And I've actually managed to use up a couple of things this year. And I've been really craving trying some newer things. So I still have 1 or 2 fragrances on my wish list currently. And once I've bought those, I will show you first what's new in this year. And then I will show you my full collection again sometime in like the winter season probably. But I'm not huge on fragrance. Some of these I've had for years and it doesn't change a lot, but my favorites are my firm favorites, and this is where I keep them, because if you keep them in a dry, dark place, they keep for a lot longer than when you keep them out. That's just the case with fragrance. You could say keep them in a drawer and you can use them for decades. And here's the other side of the drawer. So this is all of my singles that are like in a palette, so those empty palettes need to go somewhere here as well. Right here in the back are brows and like liquid shadows, and then this is mascara. These are all like singles and cream sort of eyeshadows, and this is eyeliners and eyeshadow primers, and these are like loose glitters and like Duraline and stuff like that. And I hope the angle is okay here, but this is drawer number 3. This is part 1 of my eyeshadow palette collection. What can I say? We all know I love a good eyeshadow palette, and this is the first drawer. This is mainly smaller palettes, drugstore things, and then I have bigger palettes and like indie and more high-end things in the bottom drawer. That's like the classic division, but it does like get switched around depending on what palettes I have and how I organize them. Again, same organizers as before from Ikea that I keep in here. I sort of have Juvia's Place, Glam Shop, and Kaleidos in here. This is all of my ColourPop. Zoeva is here, all of my Viseart. This is all drugstore. I've got K-Beauty and like some C-Beauty things like Flower Nose and stuff right here in the back. This is some drugstore stuff as well, some Essence Catrice, some more C-Beauty, and then some MUA and Catrice like little 5 pans. I decided to put all of my C-Beauty palettes that I currently have right here in the front. So here I have all my Cheer Yep, Narimi, Cryptine, Shelby, and the Sugar Rock palette that I got. Some more Viseart in here. This is another C-Beauty brand. This is Girl Cult. Morphe, Glossier. I've got my little M Cosmetics little palettes here. And then I have some luxury things here like Dior, Pat McGrath is right here at the front, Lisa Eldridge, Fenty, Victoria Beckham. That's sort of like living down here. And here's the bottom drawer. This is always the fullest. This is my indie brands and sort of like, well, it's mainly indie brands by now. I do still have some Pat McGrath in here. There's some Natasha Denona down there, but I think everything else is an indie brand. Yeah, there's a little bit of ABH right here at the front, which I don't think you can really see. But everything else, yeah, indie brands. So we start here with September Rose, then I'll have all of my Blend Bunny, Cosmic Beauty. This is all Bella Beauté Bar, Glaminatrix, Odin's Eye, some Gloss Gods that doesn't fit here, Melt, Wicked Widow Beauty, Epic Beauty. Then I have my Huda Beauty down there. I have Sydney Grace, some Unearthly, like older palettes, and there's more Unearthly down here that had a slightly different shape compared to the other things. Titanium Foxes, Diaphragm Cosmetics, DD Signature, and then I have, oh, that's more Unearthly, Sigma, and Terra Moons, Lethal. This is all of my Fantasy Cosmetica stuff, my Lone Tarte palette, some more Odin's Eye down here, Shroud. These are Menagerie and Gloss Gods and Misha Lu, Makeup by Mario, Sydney Grace, and this is my Makeup by Lisa. So that's everything that's in this drawer. And then this is the end of my makeup organization slash storage. This is sort of the overview of what it looks like when you come into this room. I've got some like decor behind me that you can see as well when I film my videos. So that's just some old boxes of perfumes I bought and perfumes that I've like used up and stuff. And I do have a couple of things inside my wardrobe where I keep my makeup memory box, and like some older things that I was like sort of collecting, you could say, backups and stuff. Those are in shoe boxes in my wardrobe, but that's not that interesting to see, I guess. So this is my makeup collection and storage video. Thank you so very much for joining me here, you guys. As you can see, it's a lot of Ikea. I love them for their storage solutions. So if you do have any questions of where I found certain things, or how I organize things, or how I came to this, like I've had this exact chest of drawers for like 15 years. I didn't only used to have makeup in. That's something I did when I moved here, but I've lived here for 9 years, and my aim is always to keep the makeup collection inside this drawer. I don't want to buy more storage so I can have more makeup. There's no use for me to have more makeup. Once this is full, that usually happens around like October, November time, and then I'm like, oh, it gets messy again, I need to declutter. So that's when I declutter my makeup collection. That's sort of how it works. So let me know how you go about it. How do you organize your makeup collection? I would love to know. Yeah, let me know how you like to organize things, and then let's chat in the comments down below, and I hope to see you again in a new video soon. Bye-bye.